Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ayana here. If you're hearing any noise in the background, it's a combination of my AC and the fan that I have over here. Okay, so this is gonna be a monthly oncologist checkup slash lit and ranting because we're gonna be smoking a little bit. So first, let's get into the oncologist appointment. Today I had my monthly oncologist appointment. Everything went well. I actually didn't have to give any blood work, which I was really happy about because I really didn't want to get poked. Even though getting poked or not, it's really not a big deal to me. It really doesn't matter to me. And let's see. The oncologist appointment went just fine, but I did go in there very nervous because it's getting to be that time where I have to renew my medical marijuana card, unfortunately, and I don't want to have to pay another $100 to start the renewal process all over again because that's a pain in the butt. Who wants to pay another extra $100 for something they really don't have to pay another $100 for? So I decided to bring my clinician with me to my oncologist appointment so that she can kind of get a feel of what I go through every month. And it was interesting to say the absolute least, I swear on my life. So anyways, she went there with me. First, they did the regular, remember, no blood work, yada yada yada. Who comes in first? My APRN. So, oh great. So I introduced my clinician to my APRN, and right off the bat, my APRN starts grilling almost like my clinician, like, oh, what do you do? Well, what's your title exactly? And trying to belittle her in a sense. And I knew that my clinician was sensing it, and it was just like, oh my god, it was embarrassing. And my clinician, she's a tough lady and she held her own. So, I was happy that she did that. But my APRN was just so like belittling in a sense. And I've talked about this woman in the past, and I've always had problems with her and her passive aggressiveness, to say the absolute least. So after that whole debacle happens with my APRN going after my clinician, my doctor finally comes in, which was great. He made the air feel so much lighter. He's so freaking awesome. I swear, I have the best oncologist. But he came in. We talked about my game plan, if I'm gonna be on chemo again, and unfortunately, because I'm still dealing with I'm dealing with an unrelated wound. So unfortunately, I'm going to be off of chemo for another month, so which means until August. And August actually happens to be the month that I'm having my 3-month scans, so that's going to be just great. At this point, I'm dreading, like, okay, I really got to remember to tell my doctor that I have to get my medical marijuana card renewed so that I won't have to start my process over, because I really, really don't want to do that. So, we're checking up with the regular, and just as my doctor's appointment is getting ready to end and my doctor's shaking my hand after he notices my talons, after he's getting ready to shake my hand, I stop and I'm like, wait, I gotta remember what I learned in camp about standing my ground and just braving it, sucking it up, using up all my strength and just telling him, like, look, I need this renewed. And I tried to go about it the best way that I could without being rude, and also trying to, get at my APRN for criticizing. You'll just see. I'm gonna do another story about this another time, about my APRN and her problems with weed. That's just a whole nother video. I say to my oncologist and my APRN, I say, I don't ever want you guys to think that I'm using my medical marijuana card in any other way that I shouldn't be. And I made sure to mention to both of them that, you know, even though I have a history with depression and, you know, all this body pain and aches, you know, I have noticed that the medical marijuana has helped in certain aspects, but I never want you guys to feel that I'm abusing this and I'm using this to cope in those other ways, except for what you guys are prescribing it for. It just happens that some of that stuff helps for that. And after I said that, she completely shut up. She, as in my APRN, she completely shut up. And I just wanted to make it known that I really don't appreciate, you know, my history being held against a medication that could honestly help me and that I honestly love. I've gotten off so many pain meds because of it. And pain meds that I wasn't even allowed to have in the first place because of her, because she's so, you know, and is getting me through treatment, you know, because sometimes my scopolamine patch or the Kytril, you know, it's not enough for my nausea, and I don't always want to use that medication, the pills and the patches, and sometimes the patch leaves a rash around my neck, a circle around my neck when I use it, and sometimes I just don't want to go through that. I just don't. So I finally said it, and I was able to breathe once I got those words out of my mouth. My oncologist, long story short, he said yes, he's going to renew my medical marijuana card. I forgot to mention that my oncologist told me, actually, I prescribed you medical marijuana not for the cancer, but for the symptoms of the treatment that you received because of the cancer. And it sounds really, really confusing, but it's like, conspiracy theories that you got going on because that feel like maybe the government knows that it helps with the cancer. I'm not going to get started. That's something for a whole new day. I'm just here to kind of be lit and rant and tell you guys about how my oncology appointment went. So, it was hectic, and the fact that my new clinician had to witness all this chaos, she said that it was a lot for her, but she was proud that I stood my ground, and I was a little emotional after because that was a really hard thing for me to do because I did not want to be rude at all. I didn't want to be rude, and I just wanted to let them know that this is a medication that really does help me, and I don't ever want them to just deny me that medication because of this or because of that. But long story short, I am going to be able to keep my medical marijuana card because I am going to be in treatment for years and years and years. They don't even want to keep me off this chemo for a month, and unfortunately they've had to, and now they're keeping me off for another month, so that's just how that's going to go. Sadly for them, not really for me, because I still feel like I have my safety net using my medical marijuana products. But it's late and I'm getting ready for bed. But I wanted to tell you guys how my appointment went today because it was just some piping hot tea that I just had to share and spill all over my channel because it was just intense. And I'm glad today is over with. Thank you guys again for watching. And this lit and ranting / oncology appointment video is over.